Hello and Namaste. I am Ketan Kang from 192 Consulting. In this video, we are going to discuss about streamlining of all the KYC related papers of an investor before they start with reclaiming of the investor. So this is a very basic step that we are going to discuss about while reclaiming the securities from any company or the RT of that company. So let us first understand what are the KYC documents that a person requires while reclaiming the shares or securities from the company. First document, very important, is the PAN card, which serves as an identity proof of the particular investor. Then comes the Aadhaar, which serves as the address proof of that investor. Thirdly, the check, the bank account details or the cancelled check, and fourthly, the demat account, the details on the demat account. It is very imperative for the investors to note that the details mentioned, all these documents should match accurately. Even if there is single change or even if there is any mismatch in the spelling of the same name, the claim might get rejected down the line. So let us first understand PAN card and the details on it. So PAN card primarily contains three details, or I might say four details. One is the name of that particular claimant, father's name, thirdly the signature and date of birth. So it serves, as I've said, it serves as the identity proof of that investor. Along with the PAN card, there are four other details. I'll repeat myself: the name, father's name, signature and date of birth, along with the PAN number, of course. So after if the name of that person is mentioned in a particular way, it has to be mentioned in the similar way or in the same manner on across all the papers. Secondly, the second most important document that comes into play is the Aadhaar of that person. Aadhaar is unique identification number, UID, as we also know about it. So Aadhaar serves as the proof for the address of that person. Now, in normal parlance, it usually happens that the person in India changes his office from one place of stay to another. It is mandatory for the person to update his address or other details on the Aadhaar card so that it gets streamlined with the other documents also. So one detail which PAN card does not contain and which Aadhaar contains is the address of that claimant. Now, there is one very important point that is to be noted, that the name that is being mentioned in a peculiar way on the PAN card should be mentioned in a similar way or in the same manner on Aadhaar. Third document that comes into play is the cancelled check. Now, it is mandatory as per the rules that the cancelled check should mention the name of the holders of the shares. If the shares are in the single name, the name of that particular share, that particular shareholder has to be mentioned on the on the cancelled check. Or if the shares are held in joint name, then the names of both the shareholders have to be mentioned on the cancelled check. Further, if the shares are held by the joint holders in a particular sequence, that is, person A is the first holder and person B is the second holder, and on the check the names are imprinted but there is a change in the sequence of the name, then also it might get rejected. So along with the names, the spellings of the names and the sequence, in case of multiple holdings, if there are joint holders, the sequence of the name is also important. And lastly, but very importantly, comes the details of the demat account. So details of the demat, all the details of the demat account are contained on one document which we have already discussed, and the title of the document is Client Master List, the CML. So CML will contain the name of the demat account holder, address of that holder, the bank account which is mapped with that demat account, and the details of the investor on that bank account which is mapped to the demat account. All these details should accurately match before the reclaiming exercise should begin, or before filing any document for reclaiming of the securities from any company. There are different type of naming nomenclatures in India, for which these documents are viewed in a very suspicious manner, I can say, so that even if the name is same, but on some documents surname is mentioned before the first name or the middle name, it will be considered as a mismatch of name and the documents will get rejected. It is very important for the investors to understand that streamlining of all these KYC related documents, that is PAN, Aadhaar, bank account details and demat account details, are very important before they even actually get to update, or even if they actually get to file all the ISR forms and get into the reclaiming mode. So once these documents are streamlined, it will become comparatively easier for the people to, or for the investors to reclaim the shares, and the time which might get wasted down the line will be all the more saved. If you have any queries regarding streamlining of the KYC, you can feel free to reach out to us. You may reach out to us by marking your comments in the comment section of this video, or you can also write an email to us on info@192.in. We will be all the more happy to help. Thank you so much.